Few stars embodied the spirit of classic Hollywood quite like Maureen O'Hara. With vivid red hair, striking blue eyes, and a presence that seemed perfectly suited to the bold colors of the Technicolor era, she quickly became one of cinema's most unforgettable faces. On screen, she rarely appeared as a passive character waiting on the edges of a story. Instead, she stood confidently beside the most powerful male stars of the time, often matching them in strength, wit, and determination. Audiences admired her beauty, but what truly held their attention was her commanding presence. Yet the dazzling images projected onto movie screens told only part of the story. Behind the radiant lighting and sweeping cinematic moments was a woman shaped by discipline, resilience, and a deep sense of self-respect, qualities that would guide her through a long and complex career in Hollywood. Roots in Dublin. Maureen O'Hara was born on August 17, 1920, in the Dublin suburb of Ranelagh, Ireland. Her birth name was Maureen Fitzsimons, and she grew up in a lively household as the second of 6 children. Her father, Charles Fitzsimons, ran a sporting goods business and was involved with the Irish football club Shamrock Rovers. Her mother, Marguerite Fitzsimons, had formal training in opera and brought music into the home daily. Despite the family's artistic atmosphere, fame was never treated as a goal. Discipline and dedication mattered far more than applause. The children were encouraged to explore creative skills, but always with seriousness and structure. Several of her siblings later pursued acting or creative careers, yet the family culture focused on practice rather than praise. In that environment, young Maureen learned early that talent alone meant little without patience, effort, and a steady commitment to improvement. Training before stardom. From the age of 6, Maureen studied dance, voice, and drama with a level of discipline unusual for such a young student. Lessons were structured and repetitive, emphasizing control of movement, memory, and rhythm rather than spontaneous expression. By her early teens, she was performing with local theater groups, gradually building confidence through stage experience. Her acceptance into Dublin's renowned Abbey Theatre marked a significant step in her training. There, young performers were expected to work with precision and professionalism. For Maureen, performing was less about seeking attention and more about meeting clear standards of craft. Meanwhile, her father insisted she learn practical skills such as typing and bookkeeping. He believed acting was unpredictable and wanted his daughter to remain independent no matter where life led her. This balanced upbringing, artistic yet grounded, quietly prepared her for the challenges that awaited in the film industry. From Ireland to the film world. In the late 1930s, Maureen left Ireland for London, stepping into the world of film with curiosity rather than ambition. The environment felt very different from the stage. Film sets were technical, controlled, and often emotionally distant. Cameras did not respond to actors the way live audiences did. Early roles were small, and she treated them mainly as professional experience. Her career changed when the celebrated actor and director Charles Laughton recognized her potential. Impressed by her composure and discipline, he signed her to a long-term contract and encouraged her transition into international cinema. Around that time, the studio system replaced her surname, Fitzsimons, with O'Hara, an adjustment intended to make her name more memorable to audiences. It was a small but symbolic moment. From then on, she was no longer just a young Irish stage actress. She had become part of Hollywood's growing star system. Early success in Hollywood. Her Hollywood breakthrough came quickly. In 1939, she appeared in Jamaica Inn, directed by Alfred Hitchcock. The role introduced her to large-scale productions and the disciplined rhythm of filmmaking. That same year, she gained greater recognition in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, portraying the compassionate Esmeralda. The film's scale and emotional weight demonstrated her ability to balance strength with vulnerability. Soon afterward, RKO Radio Pictures acquired her contract, positioning her as one of their promising new stars. Hollywood's Technicolor era was just beginning, and her striking appearance made her a natural fit for the vibrant visual style studios were eager to showcase. Opportunities expanded rapidly, but so did expectations. She was now part of a system that carefully shaped the images audiences saw on screen. Working with legendary filmmakers. One of the most significant collaborations of Maureen O'Hara's career began with director John Ford. In 1941, she appeared in his acclaimed drama, How Green Was My Valley. Although her role was not the largest in the film, her performance carried emotional depth that audiences remembered long after the credits rolled. Ford's directing style required subtlety and restraint, qualities that challenged actors accustomed to theatrical expression. O'Hara adapted quickly, delivering performances that conveyed feeling through small gestures and quiet moments. The film went on to win several Academy Awards, including Best Picture. While O'Hara herself did not receive an individual nomination, her contribution became widely recognized as essential to the film's emotional core. Working with Ford taught her how to shape powerful performances within the tight visual frame of cinema. The Queen of Technicolor. As the 1940s progressed, Maureen O'Hara became known as the Queen of Technicolor. Films like The Black Swan and Sinbad the Sailor placed her in adventurous settings filled with movement and spectacle. These productions required demanding physical work, climbing ship decks, performing action sequences, and maintaining energy through long shooting days. Her performances helped redefine how female characters could exist in adventure films. Rather than standing on the sidelines, her characters were active participants in the story's action. Strength, courage, and independence became hallmarks of her screen persona. At a time when many roles for women were limited to romance or support, O'Hara brought a sense of authority that audiences found refreshing. The brilliance of Technicolor may have highlighted her beauty, but her endurance and commitment were what truly sustained her success. A powerful screen partnership. Another defining element of her career was her collaboration with John Wayne. Together they appeared in several films, including Rio Grande, The Quiet Man, and McClintock. Their on-screen chemistry felt so authentic that many fans assumed the two actors shared a romantic relationship in real life. In truth, they remained close friends who respected each other deeply as professionals. Among their collaborations, The Quiet Man stands out as a particularly beloved classic. Filmed in Ireland, it allowed O'Hara to reconnect with her homeland while bringing one of her most spirited performances to the screen. The film's success strengthened her reputation as one of Hollywood's most reliable and charismatic stars, capable of carrying both dramatic and adventurous roles with equal confidence. Life beyond the spotlight. By the 1960s, O'Hara began appearing less frequently in major film productions. One of her most memorable later roles came in The Parent Trap, where she portrayed a loving mother in a warm family story that introduced her to a new generation of viewers. Gradually, she shifted her focus away from the intense pace of Hollywood. Television appearances, musical performances, and personal pursuits filled the years that followed. Her life also included meaningful relationships, particularly with aviation pioneer Charles Blair, whom she married and with whom she later helped manage an airline business in the Caribbean. These experiences allowed her to step outside the world of film and build a life defined by family, work, and independence rather than constant public attention. A legacy recognized at last. Decades after her most famous films were released, Hollywood formally honored Maureen O'Hara's extraordinary career. In 2014, she received an honorary Academy Award, a moment many considered long overdue recognition for her lasting contributions to cinema. By then, she was in her 90s and living a quiet life, surrounded by family. When she appeared at the ceremony, she spoke briefly but with gratitude, acknowledging the meaning of the moment without dramatizing the past. The recognition served as a reminder of how deeply her work had influenced generations of filmmakers and audiences. Maureen O'Hara passed away on October 24, 2015, in Boise, Idaho, at the age of 95. Her legacy endures not simply because she was a great beauty of the Technicolor era, but because she proved that strength, dignity, and talent could stand at the very center of Hollywood storytelling.